Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we begin, please do like and subscribe. Really appreciate all the support as always on the channel. Now, everyone knows I usually do cryptocurrency, but recently I have been trading some of these currency pairs, so I did want to do a little bit of analysis here on GU. As you can see, this is a currency pair that has been heading down for quite a long time here. I mean, on the daily and the weekly time frame, you can see, I mean, I can't believe basically, you know, in the 2000s to 3000s, in the 2010 era, I should say, from 2000 to 2010, we were up at around $2 to every £1, and now we're all the way down here again. But anyway, as we can see, obviously in a long-term downtrend, a little bit of relief recently over the past few months. Basically over the past, 7 or 8 months, we've had a little bit of a relief rally after this huge kind of downtrend that we've had over the past few years. Obviously with the COVID crash, a massive move to the downside for the dollar, a huge bounce followed by a move to the downside again. And I'm just going to basically just draw in a few of the key levels that I can see. Obviously I do think that this is a pretty key level in this area here. Just a bit of a simple breakout and backtest kind of situation going on right now in my opinion. And if we do see ourselves, holding this previous level here and getting the bounce to the upside and continuation, you could easily see yourself coming up towards the next key levels. I think there's one here, and then obviously we've got one around here. Obviously the swing low all the way down here, and then finally I would say you've probably got one looking something like this. Support. You start to break down, start getting stuck under it, resistance, and then obviously you can see we do start to roll down through these levels. I'm just looking at these recent levels. Obviously we've got different levels back here, but for the most part I do think that these levels have been respected the most recently. So these are what we'll be focusing on. You can see here the chart already starting to make a little bit more sense from what I can tell. We've had this continuous downtrend here until we basically saw the bottom here. A nice bounce relief. We get back up into here, form a little bit of a range. Resistance, support, and then come up to resistance again, started getting above resistance, grinding to the upside here, and now coming down probably, in my opinion, for the true back test of this level before getting a little bit of a bounce to the upside. I think, in my opinion, considering that, we are technically making higher highs and higher lows here, maybe the start of a reversal of the trend, but obviously it depends very much so on what is happening here in terms of what is going on with this back test. Can we see ourselves back testing this area and getting a nice big rejection to the upside? It will be interesting to see what happens with this. Obviously you can see we came down, if we just zoom in here, we came down into this area and got this big bullish engulfing candle, which is quite interesting because typically you do see yourself getting a nice bounce to the upside when this does happen. So we'll be interesting to see what happens next with this. Obviously these engulfing candles are a good sign that you're probably going to get a nice continuation or at least a reversal in that area. So really you could say, this is the breakout back test with the bullish engulfing candle. Now we're coming down for the double back test here on daily before a continuation. But we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Obviously the volume recently has been very high as well. Lots of news events and stuff going on in these markets. On the hourly time frame you'll be able to see a little bit better what we're talking about here. Quite simply, you got your resistance support range. You come up, you break your range, back test, start grinding to the upside, but now coming back down again, in my opinion, for the true back test here. We come down here, bounce, and now really looking for on this macro time frame to see if we can break out back test and continue. And if that is the case, I'm probably looking at taking a long position in this area, looking to target that next key level, at the very least the previous high, or maybe even, depending on how bullish we do start to look, something like this. My stop loss just below this area here, below those previous swing lows. If we do see ourselves coming down there and reversing, I don't want to be in a long position, obviously. So that is really my analysis for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you like these videos and I'll do more of them. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.